Hello, hello. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, the COFEX family, for entertaining us, for showing us this beautiful country, these beautiful people, this fantastic food. Thank you for the partnership for over 10 years. And thank you for creating Mono. And together we can, through coffee, through good coffee, we all can change this planet. Coffee is the most affordable luxury. Coffee brings people together. And coffee is not expensive. You just drink a little less coffee, but better coffee. You just appreciate, this drink. And be connected to the farmers, be connected to everything you bring in. There are three things, the most important thing in life. It's health, physical, mental, spiritual, relationship, personal, business, and love. And coffee has all that, And when we have to love what we do, we have to love the people we're with. So it's a beautiful industry. It's an industry we can talk about those things. But I'll show a quick video about FAF Coffees and Fazenda Ambiental Fortaleza and our team. Hello. We have been planting trees starting 2001. Now it's about 24 years planting trees, they're growing. The neighbors used to say we have a dirty farm. But now we have bees, birds, all kinds of animals are coming back. Everything we eat is organic. We work with communities. We have our farm is a lab, and we work with over 800 small family farmers in the mountain. Well, hello, gentlemen. Start. Okay, put a little presentation together to try to explain what we do. So, I'm in charge. I'm in charge. So this is the interest of Fazenda Ambiental Fortaleza. The name is on the front. In the back, the picture that he showed say the farm of seeds. I had a neighbor. Everybody called him Crazy John. He was my guru, and he said he's not a farmer anymore. He's just a forger. He let the animals plant and everything. He goes out in the farm every day to collect the food of the day. There's so many things. And by the way, seeing the market here, we were in Cotinho, seeing the market, very similar. I mean, people go and forage their greens, healthy foods. You can see that you have healthy people with, healthy food. We started, the farm has been in my wife's family for 4 generations. Felipe now is the 5th generation. The house is from 1850. We had, at that point, 50 families living there, and a lot of coffee. And we moved to the United States in 1991. I went for the American dream, and I ended up staying 20 years, and I decided to go back because of the American dream. And learning at the farm, I learned a lot about water and soil and relationship. It changed my life. So our specialty coffees are dried, not in the floor. They're very careful. People pick each coffee. The ripe fruit is very sweet. And the green fruit is not, it's hard, it's sour. So normal, all the big farms just go and pick all the coffees at once. There's no way they can have good quality. So Brazil is known for quantity, but not quality. So we decided to change that path. So the farm is about 800 acres, was all coffee, and it was in the bank. And the family was going to sell the farm. It was very deep in the bank. And I came to my wife, I was in the States, and said, we cannot sell this farm. The two things I want to give to my children. One is wings, the other is roots. We have to keep this farm. And my wife was a beekeeper, and she would fight with her dad. Every time they would spray, the bees would die. And it was always a fight. She said, if the farm comes to me, it has to be organic. I said, sure, let's do it. In 5 years, I lost 95% of the production. It was like we didn't know what we're doing. We didn't have good soil. You can turn good soil in 1 year by putting Roundup. You can turn soil back into dirt. You kill all life. And for us to become organic, and nobody knew that because agronomists, they go to school, like doctors, agronomists, food science people, they are trained by Monsanto and Bayer. So they are trained by the drug dealers. So agronomists get out there and teach people how to kill soil and so they have no idea. We're so distant from nature. Humans are very good. The science is very Cartesian. It's so in one direction, and they don't consider other things. And just to produce more, they go and just produce monoculture, extensive, and unfortunately, that will end up killing everything because you go to big farms. Well, before this, I want to tell a little bit of our story. I was living in Chicago, and I was living in a street called Bobolink. Nobody knew what Bobolink was, and it was just Bobolink. And I was invited by the Nature Conservancy in 1999 to join their board, the state of Illinois, and they gave me a mug. The first day they gave me a mug with a bird saying Bobolink. I said, what a coincidence. I live in Bobolink Road. Why the Bobolink? He said, well, we need to invite everybody to, understand, because here in Illinois, it's only soy and corn, and in Brazil, it's only coffee, sugarcane, and soy. There will be no more bobolinks, no more birds, no more butterflies, no more bees, no more soil. So when the farm came, and my wife wanted organic, we said, okay, let's make it a bobolink-friendly farm. That's how it started for me. Then I met Crazy John, and Crazy John started to walk the forest with me. I want to do things. He said, no, the first thing you're going to do, let's walk the farm. The best manure for the farm is owner's footprint. Let's walk the farm and see what it's doing well here. You're not going to bring foreign things. You're going to bring, let's develop what is good here. So we're walking there. Sometimes we'll see a coffee in the middle of the forest planted by maybe a bird, maybe a monkey. So we started to learn where was the right house. You have to put a living species in the right house. If you live in the right house, you'll be happier and healthier. So we decided to, everything we do at the farm, try to first understand and find the right house. Well, here is the 3 states we work now. We work over 800 farmers. There's the state of Espírito Santo, used to be the worst coffee of Brazil, and now is one of the best coffees of Brazil. This is a coffee that's similar to Kenya. Then in Minas Gerais, close to Espírito Santo, that's Caparaó. It's a coffee that it's close to Colombia, the flavors. And then we have the region of Mogiana between São Paulo and Minas Gerais. that we have 2 other locations. And this is more this Brazilian chocolatey and more body coffee. And we have so established those 5 places and work with a group of people that taking coffee to the next level. So our mission is to source the best coffee for the world, while regenerating nature, empowering coffee producers, and inviting everyone to create together a transformative legacy. Our purpose is to inspire and empower a community of farmers, roasters, and consumers into becoming protagonists of the change of a future farming model for benefit of all. I think the idea is to, everybody, you are the one that make the choices to what you bring inside through your mouth, your 5 senses, what you see, what you hear. You make the choices. And through coffee, we want to say that you can go drink your coffee. You want to know where this coffee comes from, what's the family that's behind, what's the type of farm. So this should be for everything. If you want to really have health, and if you want to have pleasure, and you have to be involved. Everything you bring to your kids, you should know where it's coming from. So this is a traditional Brazilian Cerrado coffee, where Cerrado is, people talk about the Amazon. Yes, Amazon is being destroyed. Cerrado is being 99% destroyed. I mean, they just put, they made a factory farms, they have honey machines, they go with drones, and they kill the soil. I mean, that soil there, nothing will grow there. They will only grow what they put, and then they put, they put Roundup to kill everything because they don't want disease. But of course, they're gonna get sick because if any other species come here, their only choice is coffee. So if anything is attacked, there will be coffee. So what they do, this is a factory farm. And they never be able to do quality coffee because they pick all the coffees at once. So this is the model of Brazil, the largest exporter of the world, but this is not gonna last long. It's serious, climate change is serious, it's happening, and people don't know why, but here's one of the main reasons. The other picture there is frost. I mean, Brazil, in some areas, it could be very cold. And when then they have a frost, the farmer loses everything. But if you have trees, the trees will protect from extreme cold and will protect from extreme heat and will bring other lives. If you have different trees, you have different roots, you have different animals, different birds, different bees, and coffee likes that. So what we have to do, human beings likes to separate things. We need to find a way that it's nicer to have a group of different roots enrich the soil, and different people enrich the planet, and enrich life. So we have to come to a way, in whatever we want to produce several things at the same time, and work in symbiosis. So this is a climate crisis. It's if you go, this is a scenario today. The adequate for coffee is in the green one. By 2060, in a more optimist, more pessimist scenario, this is what happened. I mean, we are really going towards some extreme weather that will eventually hit us all. And I think we all, I think it's clear to everybody, we need to do something. And I think together we can do it. And through coffee, we want people more conscious about the change, and you feel better when you participate in the solution. So we like to have, a farm that everything grows together. You can go there and get banana, you can avocado, you can so many different fruits. And this is a typical coffee plantation at our farm now. So we protect the soil. We come with cocktail of different, the coffee lines. There's a line with the trees, different type of trees. We attract, again, bees, birds, life, and worms. And one of the main problems for our organic farm are ants. There are over 1,000 ants, and they come, and if you have only coffee, they're gonna eat all your plants. But if you have other things, plant something for coffee. What you have is we have two types of agriculture. Agriculture of death and agriculture of life. And one, you kill everything to get more yield. The other one, you put more life. So we have ants, plant something that ants like. And you're gonna have ants, they're good for the soil. They are part of the food chain, and everybody can live better with the diversity. So we have two kinds of organic plantations. One we call active organic, the other we call passive organic. One, that we found a secondary forest, we clean and build the house for the coffee. I mean, the houses that clean the house for the coffee. There we clean the house and open up and put is a lot what some Ethiopia has, some countries in Central America has, but Brazil is all that big factory farm. And here is an active organic where we plant, in between lines of coffee, we plant other things, and then we come with the tractors, put that plant down, and we'll protect the soil. Here we have to do compost because it took us 12 years to bring dirt back into soil. So it's sugarcane, it's cow manure, there's a lot of things that we bring to the compost and to bring the soil back. And here is some of the leguminous that bring nitrogen to the soil that we come, every year we come with different seedlings that you have in the middle. You have something that either to eat or either just to protect the soil, but and here gives an idea of a soil, direct exposed to the sun and a soil that is covered. I mean, it's a big change. So if you create a good house for whatever you're going to produce, that's going to be healthier and happier. We also, now it's the third year, we did this biological factory. We have a fungi and bacteria that it's all done at the farm. We have a chemistry there, and now we're working with our partners. Now that it's, we saw the result is a fantastic result. So we spray the leaves and we spray the soil with life. So bring life to the soil. And we have bees, we have honey at the farm, and now we have a good partnership, by the way. Angel will talk next. We have a great partnership with Belco. It's helping us. We're going to export bees from coffee farmers, give another incentive and another income for the children, for the whole family. Before, when I started, all the kids were gone. They want to go to the city. There was no option to stay in the mountain. They have to sell their coffee at the same price, the machine guys, the factory farmers sell. There was no way, so that all kids were leaving. Now the kids are coming back. And we have now more products we're going to give them to bring more income and more joy and more diversity. And another thing is, when I started in this business in 2001, I went to this specialty coffee show in Boston just to see what it was, and people were talking about quality coffee. People first were just coffee, commodity coffee, and then in 2001 was the first time I saw when we took the farm, where people were talking about cupping coffees and see score. People wanted to say over 80 points, it's specialty coffee. And they were scoring and giving prices for high, good drink coffee. But then I started to say, Felipe, at the end, I mean, if you have a coffee farm that is it's finishing the soil, doesn't pay well to the employees, cutting all the trees, don't have more life, and they have a high score. And a farm that is organic, is taking care of the people, is taking care of the water, do everything right. I mean, do they have the same score? They will be priced the same? We need to find a way that people will appreciate and help and what we started to call total quality. So we have to consider water, soil, biodiversity, waste on the environmental side, and then the social side. You have to have health, education, financial. So we started to look into that, and we started projects. We invited our most important roasters, partners, to come up, and we came with a formula that we give a third, the roaster give a third, and the farmer come up with work and give another third to develop things. And we started with water. Water is the most important thing to our planet. Clean water. And I say to the farmers, we have to have clean water for the coffee, clean water for the neighbor, and clean water for the grandchildren. So here is the top of the mountain, and those water goes to the river. And every spring, and the other map there is the spring. We go there, we map all the springs, we put 50 meters around the spring, we fill up with trees, and we guarantee that the spring will continue. And along the course of the water, we do corridors, green corridors, to be sure that this water will continue clean. So the main thing is to take care of the water, became our first project. And another thing, what divides lands is the river. When the family, sometimes family came there, they had, and we call this community of the same water. But what happened is they have a farm here, then have the river divide, then there's other farm that divides. So here we do this for municipalities, for states, for countries. Then the river divides. The top of the mountain is one division, the river is the other division. So we have, the river is what divides us. I said, wrong. The clean water is what unites us. We're united by clean water. We have all worked with this. Again, clean water for the coffee, specialty coffee, clean water for the soil, for the neighbor, and clean water for the grandchildren. Now everybody's motivated, everybody has a common factor to bring them together. So this is a water basin, and we have to be sure that we protect the top of the mountain, that the water comes. I mean, after all, the roots is what sucks the water up. You cut the trees, the water will disappear. And we're very ignorant. We don't learn things like this in school. And then the other thing is, after you use the water, either in your homes or at coffee, where you have to wash coffee sometimes, we have to treat this water and then go back to the river. So we started to do a lot of those bio tanks, and we brought specialists to help them, bring the water to those this filtration tanks, biodigesters, and then create green gardens where the water is going to be used by the plants. It's been a very successful project. We already have over 40 of those. You see they're working here, the workers put the labor and we give the technology, and some roasters come with and help money. So this way you create relationship, you create continuity. Our roasters come every year to visit the farms, to visit the projects they're helping, and they tell their consumer that to invite. I mean, my dream is to, I think we already have an app similar to that, but don't you, when you're going on Uber, you can give a tip to the Uber. You could buy your coffee, learn about the project, and go there and give a little 10% of your coffee to a certain project, and everybody would participate. When you participate to solutions, you feel much better. So this is some of that continued work. Another work we do is collecting trash. I mean, most of the trash comes from the fertilizers, from the chemical things. And they're at the top of the mountains. There's no a system to take those trash out. And the thing is, what I tell them, it's don't originate. Stop buying, supermarket has only dog food. There is no food for people there. Don't bring packaging. We have one of the best soil. By the way, we're very similar to Malaysia. And it's let's take care of the trash. Well, we have 3 agronomists. One is specialized in coffee, one is specialized in soil, and one is specialized in agroforestry, in trees. And we have a community. She's a leader. There's the whole community with women working in the coffee, doing beautiful work. And they just planted 1,000 ipe trees in their community and leading the work. We have this side-by-side project. They go with 2 ikawas, these little roasters, take those to the producers and cup coffees with them so they learn the quality of their coffees. And we have now a music festival. It's the 10th year now. We bring talented kids and top people from the best musicians of the world. They come spend 2 weeks at the farm and play in the farm and play for our partners. Well, thank you very much. I just want to share a little bit what we're doing. And we want to not only do great coffee to drink, but it's more than, it's a coffee that will make you feel well. The old coffee, the commodity coffee, it's just coffee to wake you up. And this is an awakening. It's bringing everybody to work together for a better planet. Through good coffee, we're going to have a better planet. Thanks.